rocket or something, kicking us
cowards. If you call me up, yeah, and you say, look, I'm going to murder people, etc., etc., etc. Okay. I'm going to try and reason with you. I'm going to try and reason with you.
He doesn't listen.
If you don't listen, yeah, of course I'm going to please.
Okay, fair enough then.
Yeah. So the point is what we wanted to establish, that calling the police, calling the authority, it is a duty of the Muslim.
It doesn't make you a spy.
To prevent harm.
Yes.
That's something which is known.
Yeah,
now, what is the proof? That going back now. What do you think when the companion of the Prophet, peace be upon him, when they went to Abyssinia and stayed in Abyssinia for a few years, you know that? Who was the leader there? Najashi. Was he Muslim that time?
No.
Was he a Muslim before in the beginning? Was he a Muslim?
No, but the Sharia wasn't fully implemented.
Let alone. Listen. We need to establish things. Did the Prophet ﷺ condemn them in doing certain acts?
What acts?
For example, of course, if someone lives there, there will be a problem. It will happen something, and they have to go to someone to arbitrate. You agree?
Yes.
They have to go to someone to arbitrate, doesn't it?
The thing is, the reason why you can't use the example is because listen to this. The Sharia is not fully implemented. Okay. When the Sharia is fully implemented,
it won't be implemented here, mate. It's a Christian country.
No, I'm talking about
evidence.
look here, you can get angry. You can talk about
We know your goal. We know your goal. Your bullshit.
Listen.
I'm not coming anywhere. I'm just saying.
I know.
I'm sick of listening to it. When the Sharia is implemented, it's Chowdhury mode. He's in prison, mate.
Let me go to the other
cell, shitting in a hole in the fucking ground, mate. He knows his place.
Let me go
in your own country. No, in your own country. It's not here, mate.
Even in any country.
You ain't changing our way of life. It's our country.
Let's go back. And then they must, for you to know, there are as well Muslims living in this country. I'm Jordanian myself. I'm not British. I live here. I study here and all these things. But I'm not British. But I say, for the people who live here, they belong here. They think they
welcome me.
That's the point.
Don't tell us you're going to change it to Sharia law when it's implemented.
We're not saying that.
We're
not saying that. Now,
you live here, live your life.
Now,
what I was saying,
let's establish another thing. Now, when Najashi embraced Islam, and he became a Muslim, we know that, yeah?
Yes.
And later on, when Sharia were at the time of the Prophet ﷺ, it was well established, yes?
Yes.
Was it?
Yes.
Why Najashi didn't migrate?
Why are you talking about Najashi?
I'm asking you.
No, but it's evidence.
I'm asking you why he didn't migrate, why he didn't implement Sharia when he was a Muslim and he died as a Muslim, and not just that, and they buried him as a Christian. Do you know that? Do you know that? Do you know or you don't know?
I didn't know.
Okay, that's for you to know.
I thought it prayed Janazah for him, but yeah.
Okay, but he was. Why he prayed Janazah for him? Because no one prayed Janazah for him, and they buried him as a Christian there because they didn't know. So he hid his Islam.
We have to look at why he didn't make hijrah. We have to look at that.
Why? Okay, why? I'm asking.
I don't know myself.
Why the Prophet
I would assume that he was finding it hard to.
Listen, Islam doesn't.
But I don't know.
Islam is not relying on your assumption.
Evidence.
All Islam
so
is not relying.
What's
your name? Just remind me your name. All Islam, and 1.8 billion Muslims worldwide, they don't rely on Abdul Hakim assumption. He assumes.
Is it not Ricardo Green? Sorry to interrupt.
What Abdul Hakim assumed? What Abdul Hakim
Ricardo Green, isn't it?
Can I say something? Can I say something to you? If you want to talk about this issue, you can talk about it. But if you know the issue, then tell me. Because as far as I know, I think I heard this before.
It seems, Abdul Hakim, with all my respect, it seems there is a lack of understanding for you of the Seerah. There is a lack of understanding for why Najashi didn't implement Sharia. There is a lack of understanding why Najashi didn't migrate and live all these things, and why he is not considered to be a kafir where he didn't implement Sharia, where he was a leader in a country. So all these things makes you to think and ponder what's going on. And for you to know, all those people who goes around, they say, Sharia law, we need to establish, we need to do all these things. All those people, they say these things. All of them, it is like a thorn in their throat, the Najashi story. Because they cannot swallow it, they cannot take it out. It's just there. Now, and these are the things where the scholars of Islam extract few ruling from it. It's not something which is, what you said is not something new. And the response of it is not something as well which is new. So I will say to you, go, learn, study, and understand, and then come back. That's how it is. Instead of saying, all of it is shiny, all of it are shiny, all of it, all what you say, all what you have, is very shiny title. Shiny title. Establish Sharia. Shiny. think about, there are things. Did the Prophet ﷺ, as soon as he migrated to Medina, why he didn't, where Islam, let's say Islam was, at least there are things which been established. Why the steps being taken? All these things, this is the question which for you to know and to learn and to ponder before you come. And I advise you, and I advise everyone who's listening to us now here, learn basic things of Islam first. Learn how to be a good Muslim, how to be good. And our Prophet ﷺ, he said, he is not a true believer, that the one who is his neighbor is worried from his side. He is not a true believer. So your neighbor, regardless, atheist, whoever he is your neighbor, if your neighbor is not safe from your side, you are not a true believer. This how is it? Which means the believer, his neighbors, they have to observe that they are this person.
Yeah, and even if they're Muslim or non-Muslim.
Regardless, he said not a true believer.
Yes.
In Medina, where there used to be neighbors, Jews and other people as well, he said he is not a true believer. The one whose neighbor is not safe from his side.
Can I just quote it?
So this is what happens to many people. Listen to this. Someone who's brought up this country, for example, some of them they came, they migrate. Let's talk why we can't, why we not be open. Some of them they migrate. They came from Warden, and they came here. This area, this land, give them safety first. You agree? They give them safety at least. One thing. They give them, for example, benefit and other things, and they give them free schools and all these things, yeah? And after that, after all of that, he will deal with them, all of them, just like anyone who's attacking a Muslim. How is that? Not every single British, for example, he is against Muslims. Not every single Christian, for example, he has enmity toward Muslims. Not all of them like that. And you could see, that. You could see when you deal with the people, they are not. Allah told us in the Quran, even the people of the book, they are not equal. Allah said you don't deal with them. They are not equal. They are not similar. Sorry, they are not similar. They are not similar. Not all of them are similar. Just like Muslims, some of them are evil, some of them are good, like any other people. Now, when you are here, and after that, your neighbor, you start the first thing, you attack your neighbors. You attack people who didn't do nothing. They have done nothing except they just want to walk safely in their country. Do you see the point? So, brother, my advice to you, we need to learn and understand what's Islam, what Islam is commanding us, what we should do as Muslims, and how we should respect, deal with the people, deal with all the people in a respectful way, firstly. And as well, we need to be as well as our Prophet ﷺ told us, with our manners. Allah Azza wa Jal will see that with many people, when they observe the manners of the Muslims, at least they will respect them. That's the minimum thing. That's the minimum thing. Folks, and even the disbeliever at the time of the Prophet ﷺ, they said about him, he's a truthful person. He doesn't betray. Abu Sufyan, he said, when the king of Romans, he asked Abu Sufyan, he said, does he betray? He said, no, he doesn't betray. Clearly, ask a non-Muslim now, does the Muslim betray? They said, might be, yeah, could be. That's what. This is our reputation now. That's our duty now, to remove this misconception. It's our duty upon every single Muslim living in the West to remove this misconception that Islam or Muslims, they don't betray. What we see in our face, what is in our heart. That's how it is. As simple as that. Yeah. Inshallah ta'ala, I will leave you with this, inshallah ta'ala, brother. And
the only thing is,
and I advise you,
provide you the evidence, yeah?
I advise you to read, and read.
Yes.
And all that challenge shit go, brother. Live your life, man. Just live in peace.
And Aki, look, listen, Aki, repent. Look, let me tell you, Shaykh, one second. Aki, look, one thing you need to do is,
the only thing I would say about what you said, yeah, is that, you know, when let's be real, yeah, it's about attacks that happen in the UK, yeah. The only thing I would say, like I said to Ali Dawah privately, is that when something happens in the UK or anywhere in the non-Muslim country, yes, we condemn it, you know, and we say that, you know, I would never do something like this. But however, yeah, we need to look at the cause of why this is happening. You understand? We can't just be pointing. If I punch you in the face or someone punch you in the face, listen.
Look at the majority.
They're not our teachers. They're not our teachers. No, you know what he's saying, Shaykh?
Do you know
they did it to us, we do it to them.
Do you know the war against Iraq? Do you know the war against Iraq?
Yeah,
you know, over than 1 million British people, they went and they did demonstration against
Exactly.
million. Do you know what, when you talk about million came to Westminster, came to the parliament, yeah? 1 million people came. Can you imagine? Can you imagine this number? We're talking about, that means the majority of the people that are against it. So we cannot say all of them are similar. That's how is it.
I think you misunderstood what I said.
And I know
You misunderstood what I said.
no, I didn't misunderstand.
You did.
So no, I didn't misunderstand. So that's why you say the reason there is no basis to go and kill innocent person in response of a Muslim being killed somewhere.
Yeah, they're not our teachers.
There is no reason to do that. And that's my point. So I know what's your point.
Do you agree with
So
that?
what I'm saying, there is no basis for any person
So what's your name,
and
sir?
to have a reason. Shaykh Mohammad.
Shaykh Mohammad, listen, yeah. I thought you misunderstood what I'm saying. I agree with this, yeah. What I'm trying to say to you is that even though we disagree with this action that a Muslim has done, yeah, okay, we have to look at the cause. We can't just ignore the cause of why they're doing it. I'm not saying this.
Okay,
That's what I'm saying. You're just misunderstanding what I'm saying.
Okay, I see what you mean. You're saying that they're doing it because they see the Prophet being blown up.
Yeah.
But actually,
That's
they're
what
not
I'm saying.
following the
That's what
Quran
I'm saying.
Sunnah.
For example, let me tell you something, yeah? For example,
go on.
suppose I have a fight with my wife, just like a husband. Then because of my anger, I go and then start beating my son. So my son now here is saying, why are you beating? I mean, I have no problem with that. I didn't do nothing to you. I'm innocent. I haven't done nothing. So I didn't do nothing to you. I have. Why do you hit me
You
for
see the
that?
point I'm trying to say. You see the point.
No. For example, but I could say to my son, I was angry. Your mother did this to me. I could say
I'll
this.
give you a better analogy, because that's not a good analogy.
So you brought the worst example.
Let me give you an analogy, yeah? Let me give you an analogy, yeah? A woman is being raped, yeah? And she scratches her rapist, the one who's raping her, yeah? And we condemn the woman for scratching the one who's raping her. Does that make sense?
No.
You're justifying it.
No.
You know what you're doing? You're saying they came and attacked in Iraq. Now, the reason these guys are doing that is because... Okay, I'm asking something very simple.
I'm not justifying.
No, bro, hear me out. These guys who carried out... No, sorry.
Yeah, Abdel Hakim.
This is what I'm saying.
Yeah, Abdel Hakim. Yeah, Abdel Hakim. You
Yes,
said,
sir.
let me tell you, you said this.
Yes.
As simple as that.
Yes.
You said those people who attacked in London or whatever, in other places, those ones, they attacked it. There is reason.
Let me clarify my position.
Yeah.
Let me clarify my position. Okay. Whatever happens in the UK, because subhanAllah, how I came to Islam, someone came to me and told me about Islam. Yeah, I'm a long time friend.
Yeah.
I said to him, "What are you a Muslim for? You can blow up a bus or something." Like that's my interpretation of Islam.
Yeah.
And alhamdulillah, after he told me about Islam, I researched subhanAllah. And the amount of research I did, like there's something called the ripple effect. I don't know if you've heard of this. Yeah, it's a documentary. Yeah.
Okay.
There's many documentaries that talk about the governments and what they do. Yeah, I'm not going to go into details. Yeah, what I'm trying to say to you, any attack that happens in UK, anything, when they say it's a Muslim, we need to ask questions like, okay, we need to investigate what actually happened. And another thing, if you look at there was a Twitter hashtag that was trending on Twitter. Yeah, it was called Islamic State claims responsibility. Yeah, anything that happens, wallahi, anything. If I fart, and the Theresa May, blew up the high terrorism threat.
Yeah, ISIS would claim responsibility.
You know what I'm saying?
For the rain, everything.
You know what I'm saying? So we need to, you say that, okay, ISIS are responsible because they claim responsibility. But when they claim responsibility for some other things, you say no. We need to look at the evidence is what actually happened. We need to look at actually
the evidence. This is the scenario. So this is the scenario. You are saying, okay, there is, let's say, for example, UK has involved, for example, in some wars, for example, regarding for political things. Yeah. Now, someone who's a Muslim living in UK, and he saw this. He saw Muslims being killed from different people,
Yes.
And then he will say, you know what? I need to do something.
It's not just this though. It's not just this.
Hold on.
If you look at every attack, let me just finish stuff here. Sorry. This is very important because I didn't clarify my position. Yeah, I'm not saying that's the only reason why people do attacks. If you look at, for example, my friend who done the attacks on London Bridge. He actually tried to leave the country. And he was stopped, etc. And he was harassed by MI5. Michael Adebolajo. Same thing.
So he was harassed by MI5.
Yeah.
So your friend was harassed by MI5.
Yeah.
So then he will go kill someone on London Bridge.
That's one thing that happened.
So okay. So he will go. You think that's reason for him?
No, I'm not saying it's a reason, but we need to look at all the everything.
I'm getting all these things. He wanted to leave the country.
I don't know. We need to investigate.
He needed to go to leave the country to go to join Iraq.
No, we don't know.
Or suppose he
wanted to go to a Muslim country.
Whatever. He wanted to go.
He wanted to go.
Yeah. For example, how many times you went to Muslim country?
A couple of times.
Okay. Did anyone stop you on the way? Who's travel? Who Muslims here? Muslim brothers. Did you travel? Did you travel? Yeah.
Exactly.
How many times you were stopped? Why?
It happens, man.
Why? You want to go to
No
Iraq?
problem. Let's say you got stopped. Does that justify? Okay, no problem.
Okay.
Does that justify?
I didn't take it out on other people.
Of course.
Okay.
Okay. We agree. That's
So if I'm being stopped by the MI5, I will
it's
never
not just
attack
that.
someone.
Come on, man. It's not just that.
No, it's
whatever.
this is what you said. This is what you said.
No. This is what you
said.
Let me clarify.
Can I ask one thing? Wallahi, sum me up.
Yeah, go on.
The attacks that happened in London Bridge, were they from the evidence from the Quran and Sunnah or by emotions? Simple. These guys who carried those attacks out, did they say, I am my evidence from the Quran and the Sunnah or my emotions? Because the Quran and Sunnah condemns what they're doing.
Yeah, but
I'm saying, why did they do it?
Yeah, but it's twofold, yeah. Like for example, let me give you a quick example. I'll give you a quick example. Quick example, yeah. Like it's twofold. Number one, we have to look at the attack itself. What actually happened. Number two, is it from Quran and Sunnah? Yeah. So, for example, yeah, if we look at there was Westminster attacks, yeah.
Yes.
What's the first thing they said? Because we just saw the picture. It was Abu Sadiq. And Yasser Qadi, from America, yeah. He went to Facebook straight away and said, Abu Sadiq's this, you know, he's this.
You are all over the place. Listen, Abdul Hakim.
Let me clarify the issue quickly. Clarify the issue, yeah. Whatever the media say, we need to verify. That's the media's not our standpoint.
Okay, we understand.
We need to verify what actually happened.
But those attacks that happened, did the media make it up?
What is the basis to attack an innocent? Listen. Abdul Hakim.
An attack happened.
Abdul Hakim. Listen to this. Abdul Hakim. In the day of judgment, Allah Azza wa Jal will say, the person will be coming in the day of judgment, grabbing someone with him, and this person that is still bleeding in the day of judgment, and he will bring this. Oh Allah, ask this man, why did he kill me? As simple as that. He will say. And in the hadith, it didn't say is he Muslim or not. It says a man will be coming and he's still bleeding, and then he will grab someone's and in front of Allah. He said, oh Allah, ask this man, why did he kill me? As simple as that. Do you see this hadith? So those ones, an innocent elderly lady walking on the London Bridge or near Westminster.
What did she do?
What did she do?
What did she do?
She's not on my fight. She didn't do nothing there. And even if she's on my fight, she didn't involve Israel directly with anything.
Exactly.
She didn't do nothing. She didn't participate in none of these things.
We're going over a circle.
No,
I'm agreeing with you.
No. You said there is
justification.
There is no justification for that act. As simple as that.
From the Quran
there is no justification. If you say, yeah, they have reason, but that's not justified. It doesn't justify.
I didn't say that.
No, okay. But I'm saying to you, brother, look.
So are you saying it's not justified? Are you saying it's not justified?
I think you're putting words in my mouth. I said let's agree that this action is not permissible. Yeah, this
and you have to report it. And you have to report it.
What are you talking about?
Look. If I know my friend came to me and said, I have had enough. I see these videos.
Look, let's put it straight forward. If I know someone's going to kill someone else, yes, I'll report it. Alhamdulillah.
Even if it's a Muslim.
Even if
it's killing non-Muslims.
Regardless, that's the point.
Even if a Muslim is saying, I'm going to go and kill non-Muslims, innocents, you have to report him. That doesn't make you Muslim.
If a Muslim
tells you, I want to kill someone, non-Muslim.
Innocent people, of course I'll report it.
Thank you.
So that's the point.
Another thing I want to say.
Of course.
So what they did, there's no basis for the Quran.
Let's leave this with you. Go and learn.
Yes.
Go and learn, and a few things. Yeah.
Go on.
Why the Prophet ﷺ didn't command Najashi to migrate to countries, and why did Najashi didn't implement Sharia, and why did as well the Prophet ﷺ prayed Janazah on Najashi when he didn't even pray 2 rak'ah for the sake of Allah or known about him.
Yeah, this is a good argument.
Yeah. So I will leave you with this, inshallah ta'ala. Inshallah,
okay, I just want to say something. Yeah. What about the Treaty of Hudaybiyah? Yeah, when they had an agreement that believing men coming, you have to hand them over. Did that make the Prophet and his companions spies?
Let's talk about that, yeah, because we need to go into the details.
Yeah, and they didn't do nothing.
I'm actually recent. So this treaty. No, alhamdulillah, I've heard this before.
Which book you have read? Just out of clarity.
What are you talking about?
I'm asking you.
Which book you have read?
About Treaty is in the Surah, isn't it?
Yeah.
Which book you have read?
He's read it somewhere. Okay,
where about?
The Treaty of Hudaybiyah.
Yeah, I know. Where did you read it?
What are you trying to say?
No, I'm asking you which book that you have read.
Okay, let's not talk about this.
Okay.
Do you know why I asked you this question?
Why?
Because most of the brothers, like you, they think they read, they do Google and then they find things there and then they read. They think they have done that.
Okay.
This is not a way to research.
So you're saying that if I should have read that actual book?
Yeah, you should read books to know rulings.
About the Treaty for Dibia?
Yes, books, not one book.
The Treaty for Dibia is something, it's a treaty.
Does that make sense to you to read books to make a research?
Not really, I think
It doesn't make sense.
No, I think you should be a Shaykh. If you're going to make
Not a Shaykh, you didn't need to be a Shaykh. Because you said
to make rulings. You said to make rulings.
Yeah, to know why to take all of it. All the things around it. Because now, you wanted to say, for example, that there are reasons to justify all these things. You might say this to me, and then you are bringing ruling out of it. And now I will say, from your wording, now I will get few ruling. Say it, come on.
Like you're not qualified.
No, let's
say.
I'm talking about the basic thing that happened in Treaty B. The three things that happened.
What are they?
So, the three things that happened. So the first thing is Ali was described,
Yeah.
Ali was described, you agree?
Yeah, was what described?
Ali was described, yeah.
What do you describe?
Described for the treaty.
Described.
Okay,
The one
the one who's
That's
writing.
writing, yeah. And he wrote Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, Muhammad ibn Abdul, Muhammad Rasulullah. Allah's messenger, yeah. So the Quraysh
Who's this person or Quraysh?
The Quraysh.
Who's he?
One of the Quraysh, one of the members of the Quraysh.
Who's he?
He told him to rub out the member. I don't know. But is this true or not? Correct me if I'm wrong.
Carry on.
So the Quraysh, one of the members of the Quraysh, he was he wanted the Prophet's
name to taken off.
Rasulullah rubbed out.
What do you get this from? What do you understand from this?
Well, when this happened, the Sahaba were upset.
For example, what do I, as a Muslim, after 14 years, I get this report? What do I get from it?
Well, afterwards, you know, isn't it?
No. I'm talking about what do you get from it?
They don't acknowledge the Prophet as the final message.
Do you know that we learn from the hadith and all these things? There's ruling?
Of course.
Okay, what did you get from this?
Well, at the time, we finished, isn't it? So at the time, so it's better if we read the hadith, innit? I don't want to...
Okay, but what should we do now? Look, Ali radiallahu anhu said, I'm not going to do it. The Prophet said, show me where it is, I'll rub it off.
Yes.
What do we learn? That the pagans said, we do not accept you as a final messenger. So why are you writing it down? That's what we learn. Yeah? That's what
What do we get from that?
It's not more than that. It's more to that.
Hey, what do you get, for example, when you read this? Okay, wow, I got something new today. I have new ruling that today. What do you get from it?
What did you benefit from?
What's the benefit out of it?
You don't make rulings like that. You know, you're good for the shop.
No, the scholars, they make ruling out of that for you to know.
Prophet silence is a ruling
as for me, like you can't just read the hadith and make it own.
No, not own. I'm not talking your own. I'm talking about scholars, they make ruling out of that. That's for you to know.
Yeah,
firstly, establish that the Prophet cannot read and write. Secondly, as well, that the Prophet ﷺ, in terms of treaty, even the things against some kind of Islamic principle, that we go with it in order to establish peace.
Yes,
Did you see that?
Including what you mentioned about, you know, if a Muslim takes Shahada and goes to Medina,
you do what?
You have to hand them over.
Are they a spy?
But what happened?
Hold on, yeah.
What happened though, yeah? And the Prophet agreed to that, but what happened, yeah? Some Sahabiyat, what happened, they took Shahada and made Hijrah to Medina. And the Quraysh said, you have to hand them back because the treaty. Yeah? And Allah said in Surah Mumtahina that do not hand them back because they are...
Allah didn't say don't hand them back.
Read the ayah, listen.
Okay, where is it?
Allah didn't say don't hand them back.
What did Allah say?
And that's not at that time for you to know. This is for you as well to learn.
Okay, where is it?
So
there are a few things you're lacking, brother. What you get, you are getting bits and pieces from here and there.
Yes.
And then you... This is the point. That's the point, brother. That's the point. You are establishing ruling here. You are making ruling. You are bringing ruling.
Yeah, but I'm not making ruling. I'm just talking about what's happening.
Yeah, what's happening.
First we talk about what's happening.
That's not what happened.
Listen, let me tell you something.
That's not what happened.
Shaykh, can I say something?
I will say to you, this is not what happened.
Shaykh, Can I say something? We're not here to embarrass you. I need to seek knowledge. What I'm saying is, Aki, do you see me coming and saying, we have to do this? Aki, look, Sheikh's my teacher, yeah? I don't come here and say, brothers, today I'm going to give a fatwa. Aki, that's not my place. So he's saying to you, kindly look, he's not trying to mock you. We're not trying to mock you that you're ignorant. We're both ignorant, yeah? But, brother, don't say things, don't follow people like Anjum Chowdhury, whoever it may be, because you know what happens? You following things and here, look, simply he's asking you a question you don't know. I don't know some of them. Do you get it? Look at Mumtani. You said Surah Mumtani.
One of the ayahs in Mumtani. I don't know what ayah.
Okay. So this is important, Aki, because you're making bold statements without knowledge. Same with me.
Did that happen?
Do it.
You know that happened, isn't it?
No, he's telling you it wasn't for that.
Not like what you said.
I'll try to find it.
Okay, what did happen?
That's your research. Do research and come back to me. And instead of me giving you like a spoon, what do you call it, spoon feeding? Yeah?
Okay.
No, you go, do research, because once we had, once me and you had discussion privately, and I don't like public things, you know that?
Yeah.
So I had a good discussion with you, and I told you, go and search. You never came back to me. So I will say to you, in the front of everyone, inshallah ta'ala, that's your duty, go and search, and find out, was this before the Quraysh came to the Prophet and told him, you know what, we want to stop this, you return the people. It's okay, just keep it. Yeah? Is it before or after? This is the question. Yeah. And after we establish this...
Say it one more time, sorry.
So after Sulh Hudaybiyah, Sulh Hudaybiyah later on, the treaty was abrogated by the Quraysh. They came and asked the Prophet ﷺ to change things in it. And this is for you to know as well.
Yes, that's when they broke.
And after they changed the things, not to return the people back, the women of the
okay, so what's the point? Because obviously what it sounds like here is saying this basically, like the issue was the issue of handing over Muslims to the disbelievers. So
yes.
What is the point you're trying to make about that? That's what
you are the one who brought it.
The point we're trying to make.
I didn't bring it.
He asked you about Sulh Hudaybiyah.
Yeah.
And I told you wanted to talk about Sulh Hudaybiyah.
You wanted to talk about it.
And then I told you. Now I told you from the beginning. Do you remember my speech at the beginning? Does anyone remember? I said to you, now you're going to say things about Sulh Hudaybiyah, just like you're going to establish certain ruling. Does anyone remember me what I said that? Yeah? So I said, no. Hold on. You are bringing a point which could establish ruling. You wanted to say in indirect way that handing over the Mushrikeen, or the new Muslim back, it was done sometime, but sometimes the Prophet ﷺ, he took women because they came, he didn't return them back. That's what you wanted to say. And I told you that's against the rule.
And you can't make
as simple as that.
You can't even do that.
That's the problem. You are establishing Islamic ruling here.
Yes.
Because you have lack of understanding of the hadith, lack of understanding about the seerah, and lack of understanding how we understand. That's what I told you. What we benefit from it, what we get out of it. So again, that's inshallah ta'ala for you. Inshallah to learn, to ponder, sit down, you have 1 week, 2 weeks, whatever you are reading, inshallah ta'ala, and then you will say, I will study that, study it properly, come back, do a good research. Don't go through Shaykh Google or Alim Wikipedia. Just go through the sources, check the books, references, and even in the books you need to check as well if the hadith is authentic or not. This is how we say, I have done a research. If you didn't do it, be quiet.
Okay, this is the thing,
Be quiet.
We need to finish this thing because you say you brought up handing over the Muslims to the
doesn't make you a spy.
So what are you trying to make?
I'm trying to make out from you that from your understanding that when you have an agreement, look, we live in this country, is our passport an agreement with this law of this land? So it's not. So I should obey the law of this land.
You're trying to jump.
No, not jump. Look, I've come to this.
You know, there are some brothers. I will say something. The other day I saw some brothers from one brother he called from Germany. Some of the brothers, I would say extreme. They said if you stop by the traffic light and inside you believe you are obeying the law of the land, then you are a kafir. Can you imagine? They went to this far, and I asked them, from where did they get this from? From where did they get this? Because they are obeying Dawah. That's why they are kuffar, because they stopped by the traffic light. Can you imagine?
It has to do with that.
Do you see how is it? So they came next level. Now we have at least some, even the people here, they still have reason. Those the people in Germany, the brother or those extremists in Germany, they go to next level. So I will say to you, that's because of lack of understanding. I not just I assume, I believe that those ones they haven't finished proper.
They don't even know how to do wudu yet.
Maybe they know how to do it. I will not say that.
I won't be surprised.
But I believe those ones, they haven't studied properly as books. So again, I will leave that. We don't want to continue inshallah more than that. And forgive me if I came in the rude, came across in a rude way. But inshallah for us to learn, and for you as well, before you come here and speak about Islam, learn about Islam.
Yeah, free yourself from Andrew Chowdhury.
Yeah. Okay.
I just wanted just to say free to the brother.
We need to go.
Yeah? Like I said to you before, Aki, yeah? That
one thing I have to clarify though, before you continue. So, Bismillah. So, a lot of things have been said about me in the park, yeah. Number one, if you look at any, like most of my debates I have in the park, yeah, I always say I'm not a Shaykh. I'm just learning the deen, I'm a simple Muslim learning the deen, and I don't follow anyone in charge. I don't follow anyone. My mayor, my leader is Mohammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and that should be anyone's leader, alhamdulillah. But what it is, yeah, alhamdulillah. Basically, I'm Muslim, alhamdulillah, and I defend any. My thing is, if a Muslim does something wrong, I take them by the hand and I correct them in private. I do not go and berate them in front of the cameras, etc. I do not believe in that. And when it comes to Muslim blood, if you look in the media, Muslim blood can spill like water. No one cares about the Muslim blood. Rather, people care about when the non-Muslims die, when the Muslims are killed. We wanna berate them. We wanna berate the Muslims that did, etc. We wanna condemn, etc. We wanna go in the minbar and the masjid, yeah, and condemn. But when it comes to Muslims, like recently, we found that there's a Muslim girl that was raped and tortured in India, and Hindu temple. Afia Siddiq is still in prison. No one talks about this stuff, you know what I'm saying? Because people don't want to be seen as extreme, And subhanAllah, and even like Paul, Paul, he actually admitted on camera that if you actually say that I don't agree with homosexuality, they actually see you as an extremist. So my question actually was to Ali Dawah, what is an extremist? You know what I'm saying? Because people, when I was at school, primary school, people used to call me doo-doo head, you know what I'm saying? And I used to think to myself, subhanAllah, what do you mean I'm a doo-doo? I got doo-doo on my head, you know what I'm saying?
I don't know
when people speak, when people say words, do they even know what they're saying, subhanAllah? Even if someone here, I'm not going to say who he is, someone actually came to me and said, Aki, subhanAllah, Andrew Chowdhury, he's a spy, he works for the MI5. Subhanallah, what's wrong with it? Just people to speak loosely about Muslims, subhanAllah. But what I would say, inshallah,
I would say he gets funded by them, Akhi. I would say he gets funded by
this is what I'm saying, this kind of talk. But anyway, let me just finish. Let me just finish, Obviously, let me just finish, anyway, basically, if anyone wants to talk about any particular Muslim, whoever he is, alhamdulillah, for example, like Andrew Chowdhury, for example, alhamdulillah, he's going to be released in later this year. You can question him, alhamdulillah. Go up to him and question him. Don't ask me about, this person's views, etc. You can
listen. Condemn them. I personally, you should condemn them.
Yeah, but the thing is, Ali Dawah,
not because BBC told me. I don't care about BBC. Should I tell you something? I forgot it at home.
Yeah.
What? We'll go get it. Don't worry.
Yeah, but the thing is, Ali Dawah, we should condemn. Don't you think we should condemn Saudi Arabia? Don't you think we should condemn British?